Okay, call this public hearing to order, and we are this evening dealing with official community plan 1919 and zoning bylaw number 2039. And Councillor Thompson, can you lead us through the section on process?
Absolutely. The purpose of this hearing is to consider certain bylaws which, if adopted, shall amend the City of Grand Forks Official Community Plan Bylaw number 1919 and or zoning bylaw number 2039. All persons who believe that their interest in property within the boundaries of the city is affected by the proposed bylaws shall be afforded a reasonable opportunity to be heard or to present written submissions respecting matters contained in the bylaws that are the subject of this hearing. No one will be or should feel discouraged or prevented from making their views known. This hearing is open to the public, and all representations to council form part of the public record. A live video and audio feed may be broadcast and recorded by GFTV. All information, correspondence, petitions, or reports that have been received concerning the subject bylaws have been made available to the public. The correspondence and petitions received after August 21st, 2019, date of notification, are available for inspection during the course of this hearing and are located on the information table in the foyer of the council chamber. Members of council may ask questions if they so wish. However, the main function of council members is to listen to the views of the public. It is not the function of council to debate the merits of the proposed bylaw with individual citizens or with each other at this hearing. Council debate on the proposed bylaws is scheduled to take place during the next regular council meeting after the conclusion of this hearing. It should be noted, however, that for some items a final decision may not be able to be reached at that meeting. It must be emphasized that council will not receive any representation from the applicant or members of the public after conclusion of this hearing. During a public hearing, people sometimes become enthusiastic or emotional. Regardless of whether you favor or oppose any application or argument, please refrain from applause or any other expressions of emotion. Restraint enables others whose views may or may not coincide with your own to exercise their right to express their views and have them heard in as impartial a forum as possible.
Thank you. And the corporate officer is affirming that the public notice was given in compliance?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Advertisements appeared in the August 21st and 28th editions of the Grand Forks Gazette. In addition, they were available for review downstairs.
And can we have a brief description from the planning department of the zoning that we're looking at?
So this is to rezone 7351 Highway 3 from highway commercial to tourist commercial. In essence, the applicant is asking to have a rezone so they can have the option of having campgrounds on the property in addition to having their motel.
Great, thank you. And can I hear any submissions that were received on this matter? Did we receive any correspondence on this?
There's been no written correspondence received prior to the meeting.
Thank you. All right, and I'm not sure what to do next. But do we need to hear from the applicant at this point, or are we going to wait out in terms of any feedback on this matter?
It's your choice. The applicant can make a representation now, or you can wait. Typically, with the size of the crowd we've got, after everybody has presented, we have to wait 15 minutes before we can adjourn the meeting, just in case anybody arrives late.
Right, and we've heard the applicant's request for this, so I'm not sure we need that much more detail. If there's no persons coming forward with concerns, then I think we should wait this out and deal with it that way, Council.
Unless the applicant wants to say something, if they would prefer not to, that's fine.
Well, again, I don't want to put the applicant on the spot because we did receive her argument for this subdivision. Would you like to say a word?
I can say that, we're still waiting for an answer from insurance as to which direction we're going to go. I put this application in process to speed things up as we're coming into a time constraint to, do any type of construction there or demolition before, wouldn't want to be hampered by another 2 months of trying to do an application.
Right,
So-
and you need to know then whether you can proceed with the
Yes.
zoning in place.
Yeah, so our intention is to continue to operate as a motel if that is the ruling that we get. And then the second option would be a campground or other tourist-related. My original intention is for it to stay within the community plan. I think it's an important part of the plan, and it's my intention for it to stay in that.
Would this variance give you the option of doing both? Does this limit you at all in terms of continuing as a motel?
No, I don't believe so.
Through you, Your Worship. There is a text amendment in the rezoning or in the amendment bylaw that we're putting forward to change from inns to motels to be consistent with the rest of the bylaw.
It was just kind of a clerical piece that it wasn't, we were referencing, some zones were referencing motels.
So what would the implication of that be?
It's just cleaning up
The
the
wording.
language in that zone, because the other zones reference hotels and motels, this one was referencing inns, which was kind of
Right, I
wrong.
remember that word.
Yeah, so we just changed it to make it consistent with the rest of the bylaw. It doesn't have an impact on their motel.
Okay,
It's just no impact.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate these quiet parts.
That's pretty unusual if you're with this council. Yeah.
Singing that song that my girlfriend Carol put up.
I was just gonna say you'll have to permission.
I got the council photo.
Through you, Your Worship.
Any comments from Facebook yet? Probably not.
Not that I've seen.
Yes,
There was a response from Ministry of Transportation on the access. The access agreement that they currently have, it doesn't need to go through us, but it would need to go through MOTI to update it, but they have no concerns.
you have no concerns. So does that move it along in terms of final reading?
Well, it still has to go
For
third
second
reading, and
and
then
third.
it has to go to Modi for signature.
Oh, okay, so
But
we
they've
still have
already-
that step after third reading,
Yeah, so they've already responded and given our comments.
just a
and
matter of getting our
yeah.
paperwork in
Yeah,
place.
so it's just a simple application for them to change for their access agreement, my understanding.
Never heard council respond.
can say something.
I did ask for that.
See?
We're gonna give it another 5, and I'll call 3 times for anyone to come forward. Sort of like a marriage, isn't it? If anyone here have any objections?
Probably a strange YouTube video to begin with, because it's got a bunch of politicians that aren't saying anything.
No, this is even better, just for.
Have you had comments saying there's no sound?
Oh my.
You're really animated. No sense.
Or Mayor's Puppet Show.
This is on camera, you know.
I know,
Well,
and I have a recognized medical condition.
which means you're probably a genius under all that.
I'm a
A stable one.
that part of Idiot Savant. I own one of those,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure it's the Savant part.
Calling a second time. Anyone have any concerns? Please come forward. Calling a third and final time. Anyone with any concerns, come forward. This matter will be going tonight to our regular council meeting at 7 for a decision for first, second, and third reading, at which time we will be waiting for MOT to sign off before we bring it to fourth reading and adoption. Hearing nothing coming forward, call a close to this meeting.